India, the largest country in the subcontinent of Asia, is the second most populated in the world. There are 3,000 castes that exist. India is estimated to have one-third of the world's poor. There are a number of children who still live on the streets and beg for the whole day to eat a meal. They live in unhygienic conditions and are vulnerable to many health hazards. High poverty growth rate is one of the major concerns in India. A third of the world's malnourished children live in India according to a UNICEF report. Young girls are raped, sold, beaten and treated like animals. India has the highest number of child brides in the world. In many communities, girls are seen as an economic burden. Discriminatory attitude towards women has existed for generations. Women are left stranded with children and are forced into prostitution as well as involved in illegal activities. They suffer silently. In India, idolatry is rampant. Superstition is a widespread social stigma. People are divided by castes. In a world filled with beliefs in polytheism and pantheism, the question of ethics is at stake. In the midst of such chaos, God chose gospel friends as an instrument to bring joy, peace and life in the lives of children, youth and women who are poverty and tragedy stricken. Living Hope orphanages are a shelter to hundreds of orphans and destitutes. Kalayarasan was abandoned as he was infected with AIDS contracted through his parents. Now he is happy and a healthy child. Kavya, who lost hope after losing her parents in an accident, is now delighted to be part of the Living Hope family. Such are the children who are being loved, cared, fed, educated at Living Hope homes. Living Hope School was started with the single purpose of providing education to the poorest. 220 children are beneficiaries presently. New Life Daycare Center at a small town near Dehradun in North India caters to the needs of 120 kids. Otherwise, these kids would have been deprived of food and education. Jaya Nursing Institute educates young women to address the health perils faced by rural people in India. Preference is given to young women who are denied of further education due to poverty and also the victims of social evils. Ilavarasi, who lost both her parents at a very young age, is now pursuing her 2-year nursing program and is confident of her future. Most of the graduates of our nursing school are now serving in rural areas of Nepal and India. Dorcas Sewing Project provides free training and a pedaling sewing machine for about 80 women annually. The women chosen for training are the most destitute, who have no means of support whatsoever. With the sewing machine presented by us, the young ladies are able to meet their livelihood. Undoubtedly, their self-esteem gets enhanced and their social standing becomes bright. Through Women Uplift projects, several deserving widows and the poorest of the poor are provided monthly groceries and basic necessities. Christmas is a season when 3,000 new believers and children are clothed with new garments. The unique features of the Living Hope Theological College are to preserve and protect the biblical truths, to equip pioneer missionaries, and to inspire passionate soul winners. The results and the fruits of the alumni are quite astonishing. Thousands of children are blessed through VBS held in the first week of May every year. It is a time for celebration, commitment, and change of heart. Villages are the heart of India. Over 80% people live in villages. By God's grace, through the ministry of Gospel Friends, over 1,000 are baptized and enlisted in the kingdom of God every year. Over 2,000 villages across the country are covered with the message of the gospel through 350 native missionaries and evangelists. There is a dire need of church buildings in over 100 places. Gospel Friends is used by God to save souls and also to go with the new believers through marriage and in all their circumstances and positions. What can you do for the work of God in India and its neighboring countries? You can kindly intercede for the needy and for their needs. You can take a second step to come over and help us. You can influence these by your cheerful giving. Would you pray for me? Would you care for me? Would you love me? Would you visit me? When I was hungry, you gave me something to eat. And when I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me. Welcome me. Welcome me. Thank you. Contact Guna, Gospel Friends, P.O. Box 2202, Mandaveli, Chennai 28, Tamil Nadu, India. Phone +91 94442 33474. Email gunakumar@yahoo.com.